grandfather. He is very important. He was the ruler's elder brother, a typically reactionary prince, one of those who rode out of the desert sword in hand, side by side with their father. A very notorious person. Actually, and this is the irony of ironies, he was one of the original Arab playboys. In the early 50s, he used to go abroad every year. Drink, gamble, women. He used to do everything. A very notorious person. Do you know what they called him? The father of two evils. Not just one evil, but double evil. Now, when he heard what his granddaughter had done, he flew into a rage. He thought she had besmirched his honor publicly. He had to prove to everyone that he was still Al-Muqaddam, the fearless one, that he had the balls to take away the life of his favorite granddaughter in order to save the image of his honor publicly.
But she was condemned by a court, not by a grandfather.
Of course. But the old man was so powerful. He could, of course, have ordered the husband just to divorce her, and then there would have been no case.
Yes, but the girl was also responsible for her death. If she'd pleaded not guilty, then the case would have been called off and the grandfather would have been powerless.
Absolutely right. But instead, they were both set on this collision course. You see, they say the girl was very much like her grandfather. She carried the old man's seeds, as they say, followed his traits. She was also fiery-tempered, a bit wild. She acted first and then thought afterwards. Oh, I quite agree with Badra. I think he was right. The girl brought it all on herself.
من الشاب؟
الشياخ.
مين اللي قاعد جنبك؟
رجل انجليزي.
اعطينا الهوية. تفضل امشي.
It's over there. It's that gate there. Yes, that one. Okay, fine, thanks. That's, 3.
Okay.
Salam.
شو بدك؟
I've come to see Mr. and Mrs. Haddad. They're expecting me.
تستعد لإرسال لجنة رسمية إلى ليبيا وإيطاليا للتحقيق في اختفاء الإمام موسى الصدر زعيم طائفة المسلمين الشيعة في لبنان والذي لم يظهر له أثر منذ الاحتفالات السنوية.
Christopher,
Nabil.
you made it, eh?
Who are these people?
Oh, refugees, neighbors, even people from the south. They come here because they feel safe, you know. The gate, the walls. It's the end, Christopher. Complete civic breakdown. Please.
Nabil Haddad,
No water.
architect and close
No
friend.
authority. Thank God I persuaded Munna to go back to London, to stay out of it.
And the children?
They're here, with me. We're Arabs, they said. We belong here. We don't give the orders. Out there, 12-year-olds are carrying machine guns. They give the orders.
I know, I've seen it.
The ordinary Lebanese, they are the victims. They have to bear the burden of everyone else's fight. The Russians, the Americans, the Israelis, the Arab left, the Arab right. And every way, we lose. If the peace initiative succeeds, the rejectionists will hit us. If it fails, the Israelis will do it for them. I love my country, but it's finished. I'm 45 years old. Where can I begin again? Christopher, how is your work going? Your princess?
I feel absurd talking about her. Here, now.
Not at all. We felt that story intensely here in the Lebanon. Of course, you know the boy's uncle is their ambassador here.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes. His guardian, in fact. The father is dead. You know, he wasn't even told about the execution. They didn't even tell him. He loved that boy.
Do you know the ambassador personally?
Oh, yes. He heard at 4 o'clock in the morning a telephone call the day after. A shock. He went away for a long time. He wouldn't speak to anybody, not even his closest friends.
Would he talk to me? No?
No, Christopher. It wouldn't be right. I'm sorry. Are you getting any closer to the girl?
Not really. I had one glimpse of her in a London flat. All the rest is second-hand. I'm relying on the women's college tomorrow. If I can just get the names of some of her classmates.
She rebelled. She wanted to go to university, to Beirut. You can imagine the influence there. Radical Arab politics, women's liberation, Palestinians, Western influences, all pulling in different directions. She met a boy from our country, a student. She completely lost her head. She forgot who she was.
مستر سعيد أنا معول على موعدي مش هيك يمكن شي ثلث ساعة صرت معول.
نعم بس مستر رايد.
Oh, Mr. Ryder, I'm so sorry. Kept you
I'm
waiting.
sorry. Whenever it's convenient for you, I just wanted to have a few words about the college.
Well, you've come at a bad time, really. We're at quarter strength and every one of us doing 3-4 jobs at the same time. What was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, this is one of the few places where girls congregate from all over the Arab world. I thought I could learn something about the problems of adjustment.
We all have to learn how to adjust, Mr. Ryder. We treat the girls as responsible adults, capable of making a choice from all the possibilities that we offer.
Yes, but what about those girls from very conservative backgrounds? I mean, how do they cope with a sudden burst of freedom?
That's the least of our worries, Mr. Ryder. The girls on campus help them over this thing quickly. What really worries me is when the girls have to go home.
What have been your worst experiences?
Some of the girls coming to me.
It's a sad fact of our profession that to learn we often have to deceive, hold back the crucial question, skirt around the subject until the moment feels right.
But most of them have no choice at all. They're forced to go home.
Dr. Marouche, the girl who was executed, the princess.
Yes?
Did she come and talk to you? Did she tell you how she felt before she returned?
Oh, she was never a student at this university.
She was here in 73, 74, I'm sure.
No. I've been here since 1965. She was never a student here.
You're quite certain?
Oh, I'm positive. You're welcome to see our records if you want.
أخبار المساءة بالأمن سقط ضحية لها بعض القتلى والجرحى.
George, thought you might get stuck in the lift. The generator just went. Right, I'm on my way down.
Curtain. A friend I said clear, I'll take my cares off which I'm certain. I've learned to like what's full.
I think this is what you want.
Monday morning, February the 6th. It's a weekly magazine published here.
killer love.
Yes. The article caused quite a stir.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's the man who took the pictures of the execution.
Yes, I've already met him. They met in Beirut. Where did they get those photographs of her at the women's party?
The nanny, of course. After this was published, internal security was so angry that they shut the paper down.
They must be dead scared of her.
Be very careful, my friend. Be very careful.
Please, no.
ايه حلاوات ها؟ هذا بعد كان ناقص. قلت لك يا مشعل يا معلم زياده. لا ما تحطه هون، خذ حطه عند سوني على البيانو. سوني يا حبيبي، البيانو بيشتغل بدون كهرباء وصوتك حلو بدون ميكرو. يا هيك؟ اشربوا لكم شكل شوفكم عندنا هيك اوكي.
That's Victor. He's 24. Went to the girl 2 years ago with $5,000 in his pocket. Now, he's worth $1 million. Beirut, the capital of the Levant. For 4,000 years, the city of merchants. Perhaps we have to pay the price.
Not just Beirut, sure.
That's not about Christians and Muslims. Do you know what they're saying out there? You've shown us your word, and we don't want it. Take us back. Give us something that's ours. Something that we understand. Take us back to the tribe. Pakistan, Iran, turn to Islam. In Tehran, even in Cairo, university girls are saying, put us back behind our veils. Take us back.
أفلا؟ كيفك؟
أهلين.
زين؟ شو أخبارك؟ مش الحال؟ اشتقنا لك.
أهلين، تفضل. أو فيكتور زغبي، كريستوفر رايدر.
هلا نايس ميتينج يو. ايه خبرنا شو القصة؟
لك شايف؟
أنا هربت من الشوبات وجيت بورد لي شي شوي
بس من الشغل هرب.
أها La belle princess. Actually, I knew her.
You knew her?
Met her a few times.
Where?
At Tram's discotheque. Near to the International Hotel. This girl. Dancing. Fantastic. She took over the whole floor.
Who was she with?
Some friends. When this story came out, my cousin Ziad said to me, don't you remember that girl? That was the princess. She was the one at Tram's.
Do you think I could meet your cousin?
I don't think that would be such a good idea.
They're absolutely confidential.
منو هذا؟ ليش هالأسئلة كلها سوا؟
لا ولا يهمك، صديقي هذا ما في شيء.
Look, I just want to meet somebody who really knew her.
Leave it alone, Mr. Writer. Just leave it alone. رفلة لو نشوفك حبيبي ان شاء الله المشوار الجاي بس نجي بعد 3 أشهر ونلتقى. اوكي باي باي.
مع السلامة.
Life was such an easy game to play. Oh, now I need a place to hide away. Yes, I believe in yesterday.
When did you say they were here?
I'm told the boy was here 73, 74.
Oh, no.
Nothing's. Have you tried the Arab University?
I've tried all 3 universities. Look, would you mind going back in your files for the last 10 years?
Our records go back to 1870. Nobody by those names.
University? Of course she was never at university. I could have told you that. If you paid me first, before you started all this flying about. University. Her mind was like a 15, but her instincts, her feelings, that was